Welcome to the CreatiCrew Podcast, episode number 4. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the CreatiCrew Podcast. Today we have Break of Day.
Hello.
Icy Rain 35.
Hi.
And myself, Sarah Chick. And we were supposed to have a couple other people, but power outages, oh no, and things went bad. So unfortunately, it'll be a small group today. But that's okay. We still have some interesting topics.
Looking at you,
right,
Saber.
Break?
Hopefully. Hopefully it's interesting.
Yeah, I called it. So now you have to live up to the standard.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Thanks
Rick.
a lot.
You have my axe.
Oh, good. Good.
My sword.
Yes, it has been a crazy week for scheduling and things. It's been one of those weeks, right?
100%.
But anyway, we'll just move right along to our first topic, which we're actually changing it up here a little bit. Normally we kind of talk about some other topics. First, we're going to go straight to the round table. And that round table today is early access. So, early access games and all that jazz. Probably a lot about Steam, but, we'll talk about some things. Probably.
Whether or not it's good.
Yes,
what our experience has been.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Indubitably.
Yes.
All right. So, who wants the first game?
Well, I just remembered my game that I was going to talk about.
Okay. What game is it?
That would be the DayZ standalone.
Oh, the PC version?
Yes.
It was only PC.
Yep.
It was before it was molded into Arma.
Yeah, Arma, was it Arma
Oh, right.
4?
Okay.
3? Was it 1? I don't remember.
I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah. It was an Arma, we're just going to go with 3. It was an Arma 3 mod that this guy developed over the course of many years, I believe, and it became insanely popular. And if you don't know what it is, just really quick, it's basically just zombie survival. You're in these Russian-like towns, and you have to run around and find supplies, like actually find food and water and bandages to heal your wounds and all things like that. It became insanely popular, and so he decided to try and develop it as a standalone game. Well, it went into early access, and
Never came out.
I don't know if it actually did release. Let's take a look real quick, actually.
I'm not too sure if it did. I thought it was getting ready to, and then...
we were wrong. It was Arma 2, apparently.
Oh.
Both of you.
Yeah. Was it that it got molded into number 3 then? Is what I'm thinking?
Possibly. Yes, it is still early access.
Oh, to this day.
And that has been for a while. Release date on Steam says December 16th, 2013.
Oh, wow.
So going on almost 3 years.
That's a long
that's
time.
Nuts.
Yeah. So obviously there have been some problems with that game. They supported it, I think, or they're still supporting it, or at least some things are still working within the Arma 2 mod for it. But the standalone is just not good. It's
just done.
Yeah, it's riddled with bugs. It does not perform well. There are missing features. I think zombies basically have no AI, or they don't spawn or something. I don't know. I bought it and played probably 2 hours of it, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, I got zombied out, so I
effort.
never saw the appeal on it when it was big.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounded
besides
really
hearing
fun.
of it, I hadn't actually played it. Would you
Right.
try, what is it, 7 Days to Die? Which sounds like a lot like what DayZ was supposed to be.
Well, I do have 7 Days to Die also. I haven't played that one.
That's still an alpha too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah. I think it's in early access still. I'm not too sure.
But I do know that that one is at least still in active development. I'm not so
Yes.
sure about DayZ.
It is.
Yes, still early
call.
access.
Called it.
Also since 2013.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my
I
god.
didn't-
All of these games.
I never heard about it until like within the last year. I didn't know it was around
Yeah,
that
me
long.
either.
I heard about it a while back because Markiplier was playing it with Wade. For those of you people who watch him and know what they do.
What you're talking about?
Yeah. But they were playing it together, and I thought it looked pretty interesting. And my general feel for it back then was more like Minecraft, but also zombies. And there's
So Minecraft has zombies.
well,
Exactly.
right, but it was like more survival horror based.
Right.
Like I think in Minecraft you could survive at night without a house. It might be
Yeah.
hard, but you can do it. Like, I don't think it's at all possible in 7 days to die. Like, it's actually hard to survive through the nights. But anyway, getting off games there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But yeah, that's mine is DayZ.
So are you pro or are you against early access?
Well, it's a bit mixed because while I did have a bad experience with DayZ, I'm trying to remember if I have bought some other early access games. I don't normally go for them, mostly
Right.
because money, but there was one game that I did back actually on Kickstarter. And now, of course, when I want to talk about it, I'm blanking on what it's called.
Right?
Prismata, that's what it is.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm trying to think of how they described it. So if you ever played like StarCraft or StarCraft 2, right?
Yep.
Think of like the resource gathering and the strategy of the battles, but
Right.
it's not boring in trying to gather resources. So
Okay.
it's all purely strategy, and it's a card game, but there's no fog of war, so you can actually see what your opponent has in front of them. It's actually pretty interesting. I haven't played it in a while because I'm bad at card games. But it's actually pretty interesting, and I actually really liked it, so I ended up backing it. But so I guess to get on with my opinion, I think I'm generally for early access, and I say that because there are game devs out there who are looking for feedback and honestly want to put out a good product,
Right.
and that is a really valuable tool for them to get that feedback and maybe get a little bit of funding if they so choose to charge for it. Now,
Right.
if they do charge like full price, like a full $60 or whatever, and it's all buggy and they don't respond to feedback or don't talk to the community very well, that's where I start having issues. But if it's like a maybe $20 or $30, and it's
Acceptable.
acceptable, still needing that final polish maybe, but they're receptive to feedback and they talk with the community and all that, then
Right.
hey, I'm all for it, because it is a valuable tool. It's just I think a lot of people have been burned so many times that
So many times.
they spend $30-$40 and thinking this game is going to be amazing and going to be the next big thing, and then the dev takes off with the money and they're never heard from again. That's pretty lame, to put it
And more
nicely.
common.
Yes. So while I have had both good and bad experiences, I remain cautiously optimistic for early access.
How about you, Icy?
See, I've never really been for early access. A lot of the times the games are just buggy beyond, anything in the entire that you'll ever find, aside from, like EA games. Or Bethesda games.
Ouch. Burn.
But like there's probably only one early access game that has actually been able to hold me well after its release, and of course that's Minecraft, because that's everybody. I remember playing that when it
Well,
Everybody except Bright.
yeah.
oh I've played it since, geez, I can't even remember what patch, but it was
Alpha.
It was alpha. Like, it was really
Yeah.
alpha. I think I paid like $10 to get the game. $10 Canadian.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I
Yeah.
played $13.50 Canadian. It was ridiculous. Like, I got in really early.
Yeah. But other than that, a lot of early access games usually come free to play as well. I don't think I've ever, other than Minecraft, ever paid for an early access game, because it's a lot of the times, like, by the time it actually comes out, who cares anymore?
Yeah, you've already played it for so
Yeah.
long.
You've already played it. You've already played all the features. Now that it's fully released, who cares? You've already been playing it. The game might as well have been out.
That's a really good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that can be a problem. Sorry for interjecting here.
Oh,
but,
it's okay.
It actually ties directly into my early access game.
Oh, but I was going to say, that can be a problem, if they put the game out for early access and people play it for so long, and then when they finally release, they don't actually really add anything.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just
there's
like,
no market.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's
It's
like,
like
here's the
everyone-
game now.
yeah,
Have fun. We have the sticker on here now.
yeah, it's official.
Seal of approval.
It's not even a seal of approval. It's just like, we changed this menu from saying early access to released.
Yeah,
Congrats to everybody for playing this new game that you've already been playing for 3 years.
right.
Right?
It's the same thing with, like, you can always play the beta Minecraft, like the pre-release builds and stuff like that. By the time it actually comes out, you don't care anymore. That's
Yeah.
why I never play. I never get into betas, though I really don't care, because you play the beta. By the time it comes out, you don't care.
Yeah.
I've been playing Warcraft since early Burning Crusade. I rarely ever even go into the public test realm that just tests out the patch coming up, just to get familiar with the new changes, because when it finally comes out, not only A, do you have to do it all over again, but B, you've already played it. Like,
Yeah.
now what?
Right.
Okay, you do it again and sit at the same spot you were before we fully released it into full release.
Yeah.
I don't, personally, I'm not against it. Just either have your game as a closed beta to invite only, to have actual people go through and provide you feedback, instead of just opening it up and saying, oh yeah, early access, you can provide us feedback. We don't want any, but you can
Yeah.
do it. So either do closed beta or release the game. You
Yeah.
don't release
Right.
a half-finished game and be like, oh, well, it's early access, so there's bugs, just deal with it. Like, it's early
Right.
access, what do you expect? No, you're getting away for being lazy and just taking advantage of people. I'm personally against it.
I was originally going to talk about Creativerse as my early access game, because Creativerse was originally a buy-in alpha. Then they released it early access for free. So the buy-in people got some extra perks at the time, which I think were the special blocks or something that they released as their coin store. And then it was free for a very long time. And they recently just announced Creativerse Pro, which is $20 American, I think. So it's going to be even more expensive here in Canada. And then with that comes a whole bunch of like opportunities and new things, which it's kind of like a really annoying thing. Yeah, sure, I've put enough time and hours into the game to verify, like make me want to spend the $20 because it was obviously worth it. But they've also imposed restrictions now on the free players, and it's an annoyance. But that's not even the worst early access game I played. AAA title here, Roller Coaster Tycoon World.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm a longtime Roller Coaster Tycoon fan. I've played 1, 2, 3, and I even downloaded 4 on my iPad before I pushed it aside for being another hour wait and click bullshit. It was terrible. But I saw Roller Coaster Tycoon World as the hope and dreams that I had ever wanted. My brother got it for me for a birthday present last year, and if you had got it, then you got in on the beta access weekend. Keyword, beta. Okay?
Okay.
I loaded up the game and was greeted with a pre-alpha. There was no way that this game from a AAA title developer was even close to being called beta. Full of bugs, missing content, like the whole shebang. It wasn't a beta, because a beta should be playable. The only thing you could do is build one coaster. You could drop in some paths, and that was it. It was the biggest letdown. And this is at simultaneous development with Planet Coaster, which also released with paid alpha and beta access. And that game was practically ready to ship when they gave it out. It was like night and day difference. And I don't understand how they even thought that it was ready. It was early October last year that the access weekend happened. And the game was supposed to release in December. It got postponed because so many people who joined in that alpha just slammed the game hard.
Well, yeah, weren't you, like, wasn't it you could only build one coaster, but you could barely do, like, you had to build it by hand. There was no just plop it in and go. And you only had access to certain tools while building it. It's like, this is beta. This is going to be coming out soon. You can't do anything with it. Yeah, and
none of the scenery or things worked. All of the people were see-through sprites that just kind of moved through the park. They didn't pay. None of the admission stuff was in. Like, nothing was set up.
They just walked around.
Yeah, they just walked around.
Hey,
they didn't even get on the
people.
roller coasters. It was so bad. It was so bad, guys. Like, I played it for 15 minutes. I never even went back.
Oof.
And I'm a longtime fan.
Yeah,
I
that's
even
rough.
joked about putting a series out on my channel where I'd load up Roller Coaster Tycoon World and then, like, start building a coaster and say, oh my god, this is going so bad. Do, like, a cut to black and then load up Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and finish the world that way. Because it was so bad.
That.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Still do that. It'd be hilarious.
Right? I couldn't get over it. Like, I used to be so for early access, like Minecraft being my biggest experience, because Minecraft just got better every single time. And then slowly, as they started doing the snapshots, and that became easier to do, then I started doing the snapshots, and then, like Icy said, I played on a server doing the 1.9 snapshots for months prior to 1.9 coming out, so then when 1.9 came out, I was already done and bored with Minecraft again. So, like, it didn't work. It's just I think it's a bad system. By the time you're ready to release, you've already moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my opinion there.
That was a very strong opinion.
Yeah, I know, I'm so opinionated.
A very passionate opinion.
It hurt, guys. It really hurt.
Yeah, I remember the disappointment in your face. It was brutal. It was brutal. It looked like you had been betrayed.
I was brokenhearted. I was promised so much more.
It's like, we're going to get you ice cream. And then somebody hands you like a bowl of milk. Well, it was ice cream.
Oh, gee.
That's pretty much what it was. Oh my god. Let's move on to a happier topic here, guys.
Well, no. See, I just thought of something. I'm sorry. For the transition. I said, speaking of possible future disappointment.
Oh, yes. That's a good way to phrase it. Possible future disappointment.
I like that.
We watched some select bit of the Comic-Con trailers here. Mostly just movies. We didn't touch on the TV spots because there's too many.
That Flash one. I'm just saying, if you haven't go watch the Flash one. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. No.
That was my 2 cents.
We're going to start with the numero uno hyped one, which is Justice League. And I saw the trailer for Justice League, and I've never been a DC fan. Like, the comics are good, but the movies have been terrible forever. But I saw Justice League's trailer and then realized I had to watch Batman versus Superman because I hadn't done it yet. I'm so excited to see Justice League, but I can't watch Justice League without watching Batman versus Superman first.
Yeah. Batman vs. Superman was all right.
See? It's only all right, but you need to see it before Justice League.
I will say, though, that I think Ben Affleck did a good job as Batman.
He did a really good job in the trailer. Like, that's one of the reasons why I was excited, was Ben Affleck's Batman was perfect in that trailer. So it got me excited.
I just remember reading some of the justifications on the Batman versus Superman choices, and it was just like, oh my god, you are allowed to direct this? Get the out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, well, the way I see it, if Batman shoots a grenade in somebody's hand and they blow up, well, he didn't kill somebody, he just shot the grenade. If it just so happened to kill him, it doesn't matter, he didn't directly kill him. It's like, no. That's fucking murder. That is still killing him. That is not Batman. You are dumb. Get out.
Icy. Justice League.
Justice League. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like they've injected some humor into it.
Yes.
That
Thank God.
The Flash. Can I keep this?
The effects around the Flash, though, I thought were just like amazing. Like, you always see, like, for the CW version, he doesn't always, even when he's moving quickly, just unless he's like the full on sprint running, he doesn't have the electricity coming out of him. The way they did the electricity coming out of the Ezra Miller Flash, oh man, that looks sick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That looks so cool.
I like you're freaking out over the Flash. I really just want Aquaman.
And I was just gonna say, the way they introduced Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I am so excited for him as Aquaman.
So
He's gonna be amazing.
He's going to be perfect for him. It's like almost. It seems like it's almost going to be a mix of him from his Stargate and a mix of him as Khal Drogo.
Yes. It's like one part Ronin, one part Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
Mix it together and add some water. Aquaman.
Like, I think he's going to be perfect. And the little story they were giving on him about what he does in the winter, it's just like, now this sounds like Aquaman. This guy sounds like a hero compared to what Batman and Superman did in DCVS. Yeah, that was a nice little shot at the Justice Friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that was a really good shot.
I just wanna touch on one thing you brought up, Icy, was the injection of a little bit of humor. I am so happy about that because for so long it seems like, so there's always been, this DC versus Marvel movie universe thing going on, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Marvel has had no problems with being silly. They will go full force at that. And DC, to me at least, has always seemed like they're trying to be dark and edgy and like, oh, let's reinvent Batman or reinvent Superman or, let's make him dark and brooding.
Yeah, it really happened with Christopher Nolan's Batman. Like, that's where it really took a really dark turn, literally.
Exactly. But they have to move away from that because that's the Chris Nolan Batmans.
Yeah.
That's their own little thing. They're not really a part of the overall universe. And
exactly.
I'm very happy to see some humor because it's going to lighten some things and maybe make these people seem a little more human and less like, ugh, my life sucks, nobody likes me. And
exactly.
I told Icy this a couple days ago. It's Marvel never forgot their roots.
Exactly.
They are a comic book movie. They have to have the comic book part. A lot of Marvel's movies are still like dark on the inside. Some of the stuff is really real and raw. Like think of some of the Iron Man movies. But he never ceases to be hilarious.
Just look at Captain America 3. Such a dark tone. But they were still able to crack jokes under the heavy, serious pressure of that movie. You got to do that. You got to keep it light. This is entertainment. This is not...
Exactly.
Like, this is entertainment. This isn't life. Like, we need that humor.
Because of
this,
we're going to skip a trailer here, and we're actually going to move on to one more DC one before we go back.
Yes.
Speaking
Okay.
of DC and humor, Suicide Squad looks like it's going to be amazing.
Yes. Okay. Before even talking about that movie and its potential to be awesome or terrible, I have to say that trailer they cut together was amazing. It was fantastic.
So good.
Like, oh.
Oh my god.
Like,
all I
there's
can
no other
say.
words to describe Suicide Squad. Like, it's coming out this week. I see they're trying to get tickets. We just want to go because it looks so good. So good.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
that
very
looks-
very
And I
excited
never
for
would have
this
thought
movie.
that when I first heard about it. It was just like, ugh, great. Another DC movie. It's going to be dark and brooding.
I'm
Yeah.
still
No, it's all like bright.
I'm still a little cautious of Jared Leto's Joker, and
I am too.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the only thing that might be a bit of a miss.
He feels too like, because the thing about the Joker is he's slightly insane, yes, but he's still very methodical. He was still a master chemist. He invented the whole Joker, not virus, but the Joker gas.
Mm-hmm.
This
the laughing gas.
the laughing gas. This Leto version just feels full on gangster insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which doesn't entirely intrigue me for his character, but the way in the trailers they've built around the other characters and the way they are interacting between each other really has me intrigued. Like, even with the whole, like, Harley was never really one of my favorites, but in this movie, like, she seems like she's gonna, like, steal the show from everybody else.
Oh, she totally is. The only thing I have with that is her costume.
Yes.
It misses all of the
Yeah.
original roots. She's always had the black and the red, and now it's just kind of a t-shirt. It's just like, oh, come on. You could have
And
done
booty
so much with
shorts.
her.
And booty shorts, yeah.
I don't
Like,
care if
was
she had
supposed to-
booty shorts. She's been dressed really provocative for years, but, like, where is the red and black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should have at least had they might have a little glimpse of it as an Easter egg in the movie when they're like kind of picking out what they're gonna wear. They might go, "Oh, this is so last year or something like that." I can see them doing something like
I really
that.
hope they do. That would be perfect.
I can see them doing something like that.
You know what that reminds me of is in the original X-Men, where Wolverine goes, "What
Yes.
did you expect us to wear yellow spandex or something?"
Yeah.
or whatever it is they
she
say.
totally did. That is the line.
Exactly, something like that.
That would be
right?
hilarious.
Yeah.
Because she's not a jester anymore, right? So the
Yeah, I think
jester
they've kind of
costume
changed
doesn't
a
really
bit of her history.
her jester costume doesn't really fit the situation because it's supposed to be Joker and Jester. It looks like it looks like from the trailers anyway. It looks like she's still enamored with the Joker, still infatuated with him. But because they've been locked away, it looks almost like she's kind of developed her own way while still being drawn to him. She's still her own person now. That's
And
the way
think
I
she's
pick
gonna
on it.
kick
Anyway.
ass.
Yeah,
She's gonna be awesome.
like one of the earlier trailers when she smashes in the window and grabs the purse and just keeps walking. Like that's
Right.
gonna be hilarious. I'm really
Yes.
looking forward to that.
Yeah. So I'm optimistic for the movie. I think
Me too.
I think if DC keeps so with the way Justice League and Suicide Squad looks, if they keep going in that direction, I mean, the movies are yet to be seen, but if they keep going in the direction it looks like, I think things will pick up for them because these can be really great movies if you do it right. But I mean, it's not like I'm an authority on comics or anything, so I just like to watch
me
movies. And
speaking of like weird comics though, like Doctor Strange, I hadn't even heard of Doctor Strange until his title had been announced in the Marvel like timeline, and the first trailer came out for Doctor Strange and I saw it and I was excited because it's Benedict Cumberbatch and it was amazing, but this trailer just left me confused. I have no idea what's
It
going
reminded
on.
me a lot of Inception. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie.
Yes.
All it was missing was the constant.
And all that's going through my mind is, how is he a superhero? What is going on? Yes, he's got magic, but why? That's all I'm left with.
So that's the thing. So again, I'm not a comic book authority, so anyone who listens to this, please feel free to correct me. I do not know much. But to my knowledge, I had heard of Doctor Strange a little bit. But to my knowledge, like you said, he's not a superhero. He has magic. That's his thing. It's like it's a completely different power. You know, he's still a mortal person, but it's literally magic. You know, it's not like who can we talk about? It's not like Captain America had the serum, or
Right.
Iron Man has his suits and everything, or you know, any other of the various superheroes within the Marvel universe. It's just magic. It's a
kind of
completely
along the
different
lines-
thing.
It's kind of along the lines of Vision almost. Like he's just magic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. He's just magic.
Yep.
Great.
Now, I don't know how he gets it. I think this movie is going to reveal that through, at least what I see is some sort of crazy training that's going to be happening. But
I just want him to be Neo, because that's what it came across as is to me.
Yeah.
There is
Training
no
up the
spoon.
one.
I feel like that's what I'm gonna have, and I don't want that. That's
It
not a
looks like
superhero
it
movie.
looks like they're training up the one for the next
Yep.
movies, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yep, and I'm not. I don't know. I think that one's gonna go right over my head, but I'm gonna watch it anyway because it stars Benedict Cumberbatch.
yes, he'll be fantastic. I'm looking forward to the movie. I think it looks pretty cool. So
I think it looks really cool. I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange aside from what I saw
Right.
of him in the old Ultimate Alliance video games, which were awesome. Not going to get into that because they've been re-released on Steam. When there was originally PC ports that worked, they re-released it on Steam that doesn't work. I can get into that later. That's just like stupidity of publishers. But so I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange. He's always been kind of strange to me.
aha.
So
That
I am looking forward to this movie. I'm kind of curious to see his how he becomes him, because they haven't revealed a whole lot. They've been very cryptic, it seems. Mm-hmm. Just in the way they've been cutting, on purpose. But for people that know Doctor Strange, it probably makes a lot of sense what's happening in the trailers.
Probably.
Just through knowing kind of his background. But
Right.
for all of us that aren't gurus, are looking at it like, this looks like Inception with magic.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yep.
So I think it'll be good, but I have a little hesitation.
Well, I mean, if Marvel's track record is anything to consider,
We see
it'll
that.
probably
Yeah.
be pretty decent.
Iron Man 2 is
Hopefully.
all I have to say.
No,
Well, just
I know.
Don't touch Iron Man 2. Leave that all on its own in a little pile.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking about. So,
But speaking of magic, everyone knows the old tale of King Arthur. I didn't realize that they were making a new movie, and
Yeah,
that
no
movie
idea.
looked hilarious.
I'm excited.
It looks like
Almost so good.
like when he's sitting down in that trailer and they're having like the back and forth, like the good cop bad cop interview session in like a medieval world. It had me right there. Like I was excited for this movie.
Yeah,
I'll be
exactly.
honest. I was really confused there for a second because I was kind of halfway paying attention, and somehow in my head, I came to the conclusion that this character who's going to be King Arthur had time traveled to modern day, and it was literally good cop, bad cop, trying to figure out like who he is and what he's doing here.
That's awesome.
During that scene, I had a moment of wondering if the movie was going to be like that version of Romeo and Juliet that was done with
Oh,
DiCaprio as
Yeah.
Romeo, where they were all saying like the Shakespearean words, but they were using like guns as their
Yep,
swords
it was
and
all
stuff. Like I had a
modern
feeling
day.
it was going to be one of those. It just seems like the weirdest juxtaposition, but I think it's going to be funny, and it's going to have enough like historical swords and horses, and you know, it'll be an entertaining movie, but I don't think it'll be like amazing.
See,
Right.
and when I saw it, I immediately thought of it was going to be the same style movie as A Knight's Tale.
Yes,
yeah,
Like that's what I had
yeah,
a feeling of on that one.
that's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, that was what I picked up from it, and I love A Knight's Tale. So
Yeah,
I'm honestly
entertaining, good fun.
exactly. I think this movie's going to be really, really good. Personally, the actors that they've got in there look rock solid. It looks like they ripped off half of the dead cast of Game of Thrones. Like
Yeah, Stannis was in there. So
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And so was the oh man,
I swear at one point
the
I
guy
saw
from Kings. I can see his face and I can't remember his name.
Who? What did you say?
He
the
played
old guy that was building things, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got killed. They hung him.
Oh,
He was a king in Kings.
Yeah.
I can see his face. I don't remember.
yeah. I don't remember what his character name was.
I
have to
think
Google that.
at one point I also saw Littlefinger in there drawing a bow.
Yes.
You saw that too?
Oh,
yes, I
God.
did.
Oh, thank God! I was like I stopped it and went frame by frame. I'm like, I think that's
No.
Littlefinger.
Yeah.
No, that
Ian
can't be.
McShane. Ian McShane is
That's who
in the
that
movie.
was. Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like,
Peter
there's-
Baelish. I'm
There's
sorry. I
so
love the
many
way
big
he
names.
talks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, so do I. I think it's going to be a good movie. It's going to be entertaining, and Icy, I think you hit it right on the head there. It's going to be a lot like A Knight's Tale,
I hope
which
so.
is good because it's been a long time since we had a movie like that.
Yeah, it's been a really
Agreed.
long time.
Yeah. Hopefully, it
I
won't
just
be
realized
terrible.
we have another DC movie here.
Pardon?
Wonder Woman is next.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Wonder Woman.
I watched that trailer all the way through, and I had to watch it twice because I didn't get half of it. I wasn't paying attention. It looks so boring.
See, it reminded me.
So boring.
I was talking to somebody and they mentioned it this way, and now I can't unsee it. It almost seems like it's going to be DC's response to the Captain America movies, to the first
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Like that's what it
Okay.
almost feels like, set in the old World War eras. Like it feels like it's going to be like that. The action sequences from the trailer, though, looked pretty damn good in my opinion.
I thought so too.
I'm gonna want to see it. I'm not expecting the world from it, but I think it'll be a good time.
I think we'll rent it. Like, I'm not seeing that one in theaters. I'm sorry. She's supposed to be this badass woman that all girls are supposed to look up to, and I watched the trailer twice and was bored. It's not happening.
Might need to wait for another trailer to reveal a little bit more, though, to change your
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
We'll see, but right now I do not want to watch it.
All right, this next one here, I didn't personally watch.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, break. Did you have something more?
No, I think we'll probably go see Wonder Woman. I thought it. I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from with it maybe being a little boring, but I
Yeah.
thought I don't know how to
The
say.
action made up for it?
Well, yeah, and I don't know how to say her last name correctly. Is it Gadot?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Gal
Gadot.
Galdo?
I don't know.
So yeah, I thought it was Godot, but someone can tell us later. But she makes an appearance in Batman vs Superman, and I thought she did a pretty good job in there. So I'm excited to see more of her Wonder Woman.
All right. Well, I guess I need to watch BVS first, and I guess I'll see.
Yeah, I heard she stole the show in that one.
Yes, all
I don't doubt it.
like maybe 10 minutes of screen time or whatever she has is good with her.
Nice.
All right. The next one was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I know I want to see based on nostalgia factor alone because I grew up with Harry Potter, but I really have an issue with the fact that people, the non-magical people are called no-mages instead of muggles.
Yeah, I don't
Why?
know what that's about.
Why?
It sounds like Nomad to me. So
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
sounds like nomads, not no-mage.
Well, I was trying to figure out what the heck they were talking about. I was like, what are you talking
Right.
about normal people or what are you saying
Yeah.
here? But
like, why
Yeah,
do
I
they need
don't-
to have a different name all of a sudden?
yeah.
Right, it's been muggle for what? Since 2001
Something like
to
that.
2016,
Whenever those
and
books
now
came
suddenly
out.
they're no-mages? You can't do that. That's 15 years of word.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about unless they're trying to say, because this movie is supposed to be before Harry Potter.
And in North America.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
So
different time and location.
Yeah, so my initial thought was that, well, maybe it's a time before they started using the word muggle for whatever reason.
Whatever reason.
And then I guess maybe if it's in North America, since we have to be different from the other side of the world,
Right.
Yeah.
we have to use a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's annoying. So I guess,
It's going to bother me the entire movie.
yeah, and I doubt they're going to
I just know
explain
that.
it.
I really hope they do, because otherwise
They probably won't.
Right.
they probably won't, right?
It's just going to be
But
like
otherwise, the music had that harkening back to the main theme for Harry Potter. The effects were straight up like all of the beasts from Harry Potter, and it's going to be a funny, family-hearted, like, magical comedy. It's going to be Harry Potter-esque.
it's
Yeah.
going to be a
gonna be
magical
good.
carpet ride.
Yeah.
It'll probably gross a ton of money in the theaters, and people
Yeah.
will then move on with their lives.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It won't be amazing, but it won't be terrible either.
Yeah. I mean, we'll go see it, I'm sure, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This next one, though, I am 100% seeing. I just am a sucker for these kinds of movies.
I don't know.
We're going.
Now,
It's,
Saru,
Kong.
if you're not, if you're gonna force him to go see Kong, then he's
See, Break,
gotta.
I'm the wife. I'm the wife.
There's a little thing called give and take.
Yeah, give and take. I'm giving you the opportunity to take a trip with me to go see this movie, or I'll go alone. Kong Skull Island. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. I don't know what it is. It just makes me so happy.
It'll be.
Come on, guys. Kate, it's got John Goodman, Tom Hiddleston, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Well-
if you guys do not see this movie, you guys are crazy.
There's a
Okay.
lot of bad movies that have had a loaded cast before.
Yes, exactly.
I want to see this movie. It looks good. Come on, the trailer has a helicopter explosion.
Oh.
A helicopter explosion.
Oh my!
It makes it automatically better than most movies.
If
I
that-
may be prejudiced. I just love, I don't know. There's something about the classics that just gets me. And you can remake them as many times as you want. I'll still watch it. That's why I watch every retelling of the Pocahontas story, because I don't care if it's the same story. It's presented in a new package, and I want to watch.
I'll see the new Tarzan, but I won't see the new Kong. I'm sorry.
Come on.
We haven't seen that yet. We did
No.
want to, but
I want to see that too.
I think it looks good.
But we're going to go see Kong. I'm going to buy the tickets, and then we're just going to go.
And I'll return them.
Oh, no. I'll use the passes from our friend, and then you can't do anything.
Okay, that means you have to go all the way down to pick them up.
So,
aha.
All right. if you have to if you will do that, then I guess we will see it.
this next one, though, I know you'll go.
Do I not
Really?
get to give my opinion?
I thought
Not
you gave
at
your
all.
opinion.
Not
Go ahead,
really.
give your opinion.
Jeez. I was just gonna say, I think we'll see if another trailer comes out. Did it give a release date at the end? I don't recall.
I didn't actually pay attention to the release date
2017
of any
probably.
of these movies.
Okay. If another trailer comes out, we'll see what happens. I mean, I was intrigued, and I do like the loaded cast. I mean, Hiddleston has proven to be fantastic, and then of course, big names John Goodman and Sam Jackson. It's hard to go wrong, but loaded casts can fail. I mean, you can have a great cast, but if the movie itself is terrible, there's nothing they can do with it.
True.
So we'll see. I think
It comes out next year in March.
Yeah, we got a long time for a lot of trailers.
yeah. So we'll see if another trailer comes out, and we'll see what happens then.
Yeah.
Now we can move on.
The next movie should be on everybody's lists. It's the Lego Batman movie, made by
Oh
the
my
same
God.
people who did the Lego movie. And
my
the
God.
Lego movie was awesome. I have no
my
doubt
God.
that the Lego Batman will be awesome.
Was everything awesome?
Oh my god.
Everything is awesome.
Whoa, hey. Copyright. Come on now.
It was so good though, and the trailer looks hilarious.
Oh, it looks
He
so
apparently
good.
adopts Robin at a party and he thought it was a joke.
Oh.
And Alfred stops him from being able to do his Batman stuff until he teaches Robin how to be Robin. Oh, it looks good.
Like Alfred
looks so
grounds
dumb.
him. It's awesome.
Yeah,
And the
it
little
looks so funny.
the montage of Robin finding a suit was
Yes.
Yeah.
amazing.
That
And
was
then he
pretty
rips
funny.
off his pants.
So he can have the underwear.
Yes.
Now I can move.
Exactly. So classic. I am looking forward to that movie so bad.
I think
just
it'll be pretty funny.
I love that when he threw his pants off, he threw his it was legs that he threw
Yes.
at Batman.
Yes.
I do love the Lego movies do use, like, they use all of
The
the
Lego
Lego
pieces,
pieces.
yeah.
They honor the fact that it is a game, like a toy. And I just,
I love
it
it.
looks so good.
I think it's gonna be good. like the part where Robin asks about wearing the seatbelt. It's like, we don't need seatbelts. And he slams on the brakes and throws Robin into the windshield.
It's like, when we get back, I'll get Alfred to install
Yeah.
some seatbelts. But for now, I'm just going to put my hand right here. I'm
Yeah.
just going to ease out. Oh, so priceless.
Man.
It's going to be so good.
I
laughed
think
So good.
so hard.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a fun time. If everyone loved the Lego movie, except for maybe some people that I know.
People that just grew up too much.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I would like to go see it, but I don't know that we will. But I think it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good family movie too.
Yeah, I
Especially.
think it might be a wait for video, but
Yeah.
definitely gotta watch it.
Yep.
Definitely got to buy it. It's got to be on the shelf, part of the collection,
Yeah,
for when you're having a bad day.
exactly.
Yes.
Plus, I really like Tom Arnett's voice as Batman. Like, he does a really good job.
Yes, he does.
Is it Tom Arnett? Bill Arnett? I can't remember his name now. I can picture his face. I think I have his name wrong.
That
Either
guy.
way. That guy. The guy from Arrested Development.
I think
that
that's
guy.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. That's his name. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was him. He makes a great Batman voice. Like, did you guys ever see I know Siri, you did, but Break, did you ever see the video with Matt Damon? No, it wasn't Matt Damon. He made a cameo later. But with Ben Affleck, the guy that played Batman. I can't remember his name. Sorry, Superman. I can't remember his name now.
I don't remember.
Tom.
You're
Carvel?
talking about the recent Superman.
Yeah. This guy. Anyway. Him.
Uh-huh.
And Jimmy Kimmel. And Jimmy Kimmel
right.
walks up and he's like, "Hey, are you Batman?" He like covers up his eyes. He's like, "You're Batman."
Oh yeah.
And he looks at Superman. He's like, "Take your glasses off. You're Superman."
Yeah, it was a good skit.
And then
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
and
Henry
then the guy
Cavill.
that voices Lego Batman walks up. It's like so
was
they
a
had
really good
all of
skit.
them
You
in
guys gotta
there.
look that
It's
one up.
really good, really good. I'm not doing it justice. Not nearly.
No, you're not even close.
No.
The last trailer on the list here, though, is the final Sausage Party trailer. So Sausage Party has released now, and we haven't gone yet, but I think we planned on it.
Maybe. Might be a video one.
We might buy it. It looks hilarious, though. So raunchy, and
So
the
crude.
juxtaposition of the kid-friendly animation and the not kid-friendly at
Yes.
all content.
I didn't get to see the new one, but the old ones still make me laugh every time I
Right?
see them.
See.
Children!
Yes.
Fucking children!
It's just, oh my god, it looks so good. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't usually like Seth Rogen movies, but
I
I
love 'em.
think I am going to enjoy this a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I love him, so.
Yeah. See, I would very much like to go see it. I don't know that my wife really wants to.
Don't blame
Right?
her.
But I think it's hilarious to me, the food has personalities and these lives that we don't see, because in the trailer you see the the mom pick up the 2 baby carrots, and she doesn't see the faces or the terror
Yeah.
going on from everyone else. But that's really funny to me. I don't know why, but
Right? Like the
I
carrots are
think
making a break for it, and
Right.
they're just
They're just
rolling
rolling
away.
off the table. Yeah.
and
It reminds me a lot of Toy Story, but like with the really, 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 really
Yes.
crazy twist.
Yes.
And I also really liked the potato and how it had eyes, literal eyes.
I like that it was singing though, just like a beautiful ballad, and then just
And-
held up into the sky. And,
And then the peeler.
oh, so good.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good one.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's going to be hilarious. And like you, Icy, I generally enjoy Seth Rogen movies, so
Yeah,
I think
I
it'll
find
be
this-
right up my alley.
Yeah, I just love his humor. I think it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just awesome. I still love Pineapple Express.
Yes.
It's a good movie though.
Him and James Franco together. Honestly, I'll watch
so
their
good.
movies any day. I'll watch their
I did
movies
say-
any day.
I did say usually there have been the odd movie that I have really enjoyed that has Seth Rogen in it. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the Lego Movie, and that stars the other actor I hate,
Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, I still loved the Lego Movie. So
Yeah.
it
And
happens.
Megamind.
They make good ones here and there.
And Megamind, where he was the villain.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
See, animated movies. I have an exception for animated movies.
Yep. Well, I think it's
yeah.
time we move on to our Q&A session.
Woo.
We'll start with the first one here. It was sent in by Avaler ED, and it is, what is your opinion on superhero movies? Which ones do you like/dislike? So I'll start it off. I love them. There has been quite an influx of them lately, but I love the adventure and the action, and typically in the Marvel one at least, the comedy in it. I find it's very, very light going with a lot of story. I really like my movies to have a lot of story, and I find that they usually get it across.
I think I'd agree
Yeah.
with that.
I think Icy hit the nail on the head there. It's usually funny, action-packed, and, you know, the music is actually really good in the comic book movies. That's one thing I've just noticed. Like, each hero has to have their own really nailed-down theme song. And it just makes for good movies with good music.
Yes,
So
I'd agree.
I really loved them. I think my favorite after, like, all of them that I've seen so far has to be Iron Man 1. And my least favorite are all 3 of the Spider-Man movies, starring what's his face with ugly face. I hate
Tobey
him.
Maguire.
Hate him.
We don't
Yes,
talk about
all
those.
3 of those are terrible.
See, I really enjoyed Andrew Garfield, but apparently people just despised him. I don't know.
love
I
Andrew
thought he was
Really?
really
Garfield.
good. I really like those.
See, he should have been the Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man and we all deserved.
That no one wanted.
No, Tobey Maguire is the
Yeah.
one that we got.
I am curious to see how this new kid pulls off his new movie, but we'll see.
That'll
Yeah.
be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think I do like the superhero movies. Like you said, I see there's been a huge influx of them, but I think with that there's been a lot more excitement about going to the movies,
Yes.
because I don't remember being this into seeing movies in the theater in a long
True.
time.
That is a very good point. That is a very, very good point.
And you know,
Yeah, it wasn't as important before.
right.
You could wait.
Exactly. And I think, you know, all these superhero movies and, you know, reboots or picking up of past series and sagas and whatnot has really reignited people's love for going to the theater. I mean, just today, my wife and I went and saw Star Trek Beyond finally.
Oh, I gotta see that
Oh.
stuff. Forgot
It
that
was pretty good. I liked
Forgot
it.
it came out. Oh no, we haven't seen it.
We gotta go see
No.
it. Or I'll
It's
buy
good.
tickets for tomorrow night.
Okay, good.
It's good. I liked it. It was fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that's just kind of the thing that I noticed. So I think the superhero movies are good. as for ones I dislike, I haven't like straight up disliked a lot of them. I mean, you make a good point, Saru, with the early 3 Spider-Mans.
They're so bad.
Not super great. But
I still enjoyed them at the time.
Right, exactly. That was my opinion. And I'm one of those people, it's kind of funny because like when I watched Batman vs Superman, I thought it was really cool, and then my wife and I got to talking about it, and she's like, but it was like an hour and a half movie that was almost 3 hours.
Oh my god.
And I was like, you're kind of right.
They use the superhero umbrella to draw you in.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Keep you there. And they do keep you there now, because the superhero movies is what introduced the end scene credits.
Yep.
Or the end credits scene that you have to wait through the entire credits to see.
I would say Ferris Bueller started that.
Yeah, well,
Yes, fair point.
nobody did it after Ferris Bueller until Marvel started doing it. So
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
But-
Marvel started it.
Damn you, Marvel.
But anyway, I think it's fair to move on to our next question.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
And we are
Enough
completely switching gears here.
Yeah.
Do we, or you, or however you want to word this, have any recurring dreams and or nightmares?
And who was that
When
submitted
I was
by?
growing up,
Who was that submitted by?
Oh,
It was,
that was Avalar,
yeah.
ED.
All
yeah,
right.
paraphrased a bit, tweaked it.
He submitted all of our questions.
He's awesome. Everybody, guys, send in questions.
Yes,
really.
please.
Avalier sent in a very long list. We're going to do 3 today, and then we actually have more for our next podcast, because he sent in so many, we can't do them all today.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to the dreams or nightmares, when I was a kid, I used to get bullied a lot, and I had a recurring nightmare where I was just floating in this like off purple red, really dark area. There was nothing around me. It was just floating, and there was just voices of all the bullies saying all the bad things, just coming out of nowhere, and I was just surrounded by it. And I would wake up, like, you know how you would fall, and I would wake up to that because I'd be floating in nothingness, and then I'd start falling as the voices said all their bad stuff, and then I'd sit up in bed. And I had that for years. I think for 4 years, from grades 3 through 7, I had that dream. It was horrible. Horrible.
That
And
does
it just
sound really
stopped.
rough.
I don't know why.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know why it stopped, though. It just did. I did get, like, the bullies did stop bullying, so I think that's probably where it went. But it was, 4 years.
That's
It's a long
rough.
time.
That's a really long
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I used to get a lot. I had like 3 or 4 reoccurring dreams. One, I would go into a basement of my babysitter's place at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
I always had a weird feeling when I went down there. And my dreams were always of it being haunted.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of poltergeist action going on there.
Good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
Another one was that I'd get chased around by monsters in the house, and I would always, for some reason, go hide in the closet by the front door, trying to be safe. And they would always find me there.
Aw.
Third one is one of the ones where it's like, you're trying to run away, but you can't move.
It's like running
Yeah.
through water.
No, like, to the point
Or-
where, like, you can't move. You can barely open your eyes in your dream. You can barely move or talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you get captured. Like, in my dreams, it would be like, and then you get captured and brought back and thrown into, like, a dungeon kind of thing. And you
Ugh.
can't move, you can't talk, you can barely open your eyes.
That sounds terrible.
I used to
Did
get
any
that
of
one
us-
a lot.
Break, did you have any reoccurring good dreams?
I still have another bad one.
Oh god, I see
Oh.
no stop at 3.
No, this one's really quick. Basement in my
Okay.
first house. For some reason, as a kid, apparently I was terrified of Mickey Mouse. There was part of our house where the furnace room was, and apparently both me and my brother swear we saw somebody in there before. We both described the same person, but that person had never existed in our lives. We saw them sitting in that room. But we'd always get
Creepy.
a really, really weird feeling in that room. And in my nightmare, the doorway was a giant, almost like Mickey Mouse face, and its mouth was big, wide, and open, and inside was just hellfire.
Creepy.
And I had that dream on and off for probably over 5 years. And then I was thinking about it one day, probably 5-10 years later, and I actually had the dream again.
Ah, jeez.
Creepy.
But I was able to actually... So I had been out of that house for like 15 years. I was able to walk around my old house again because of this dream. And the only reason it originally ended was because I faced it and walked into the fire. And never had the dream again until I thought about it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I get weird dreams.
I'm up there in the weird dreams, and I'm sensing a theme here. I don't see very many recurring happy dreams.
Right?
But I am able to report I don't think I really had recurring nightmares too often, but I do remember a few specific ones from early childhood. And this first one, it's gonna sound really dumb, but it was terrifying to me in little kid brain. I don't know if you guys ever watched it or if you remember, but there was an Aladdin animated TV series.
Yep.
Really? I don't
And
know that.
yes,
I loved Aladdin
think-
as a kid too.
I can't
Well, I watched
remember
everything
how
Disney.
I can't remember how many episodes I watched, but for some reason I watched this one episode where, and I might have even made this up in my head. I don't even know, but I very clearly remember this dream happening. But in the show, somehow Jasmine got turned into a snake person.
Right?
I don't remember.
I actually remember that.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Thank you. I don't remember how it happened. I just remember that happening to her. And then that night, I had a terrible to me nightmare of my mom and I were walking through a train station. We were on our way to who knows where, I don't remember. And I don't know why I dreamt of a train station. But these two guys, bad men, wearing long overcoats and fedoras, ran up to us, and they had a knife, and they stabbed my mom with the knife, and that was going to turn her into a snake person.
I was going to say, did you turn into Batman?
No, I did not turn into Batman.
That's terrible, Icy.
But I don't remember really much more than that. I just remember that happening and being terrified out of my mind. Like, I'm pretty sure I woke up crying.
It was the eyes. It had to have been the eyes that got you, because I remember that scene. I haven't watched that show in years, over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you mentioned she turned into a snake, I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And I just pulled up pictures because I just typed in Aladdin TV series, and then I started typing Jasmine, and it auto completed into turns into a snake. And the pictures are creepy. She's got this golden snake body.
Yeah.
And her eyes are full red with gold slits for pupils.
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy. And as a kid, I can see that being nightmare fuel, straight up.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm pretty sure I woke up crying and ran to my mom and was bawling my eyes out. To continue the trend of horrifying nightmare fuel, almost.
Oh, first, I gotta say one thing I forgot that would always happen. Nightmare, wake up into a nightmare, wake up into a nightmare. I think one time I woke up 4 times into nightmares.
Brutal. Jeez.
Yeah, I used to get horrible dreams. Continue now.
Don't envy you.
Continue now.
Oh man, I just remembered another one. Ooh.
Oh, we could probably go on forever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to make these quick.
Okay.
Okay. So first one, in my first house that I lived in, and this is actually kind of topical with the recent horror movie that's been released, that Lights Out movie.
Right.
Haven't seen it.
Well, neither have I. But what my dream was, and I think I had it a few times in my house, was I would wake up in my bed in my room, and I would sense that something was wrong, and there were not nice things in the darkness, and that all I had to do to get rid of them was to turn on the lights. And well, I try to turn on the light in my room, and it doesn't work, so I run out into our living room that has like a dimmer knob, and I would turn on the light, and it didn't really work, and then I would turn the dimmer, and there'd be like this faint glow, but it never really ever turned on fully. And I don't ever remember whatever happened when I would wake up. I think I just kind of came out of it. It never really amounted to anything aside from just being afraid. So there was that one. And then in the same house, I would get a dream occasionally about being chased by another bad man. Never saw him, so I never knew what he looked like, but I knew that someone was chasing me throughout my house. And I'd be running up and down the stairs and all over, and he would never get me. And I could even actually run outside of the house, but I would never, like, go far. I would just basically run outside and run around and then try to get back in the house and be somewhere else. So that one was fun.
Yeah.
Another creepy house feeling. I would get this dream about a different house. I don't think it was one I lived in, but if I would walk over to this set of stairs and go down them, there was like, it looked like a bar, where you would serve drinks type of bar. And then there was like a really long corridor down it. And then I think some other hallways off to the left and right. And I just I always had a really terribly uneasy feeling about being there. And then I think it progressed to where if I just like walked by those stairs or looked at them, I would get this terrible, like, don't be here feeling. Or you shouldn't be here. But
I will totally take my disembodied bully voices over your guys' crazy nightmares. Just saying.
And then
You two had messed up dreams.
I have one more, and I'll make it really quick. It's a very common recurring dream, and I've had the one of the teeth falling out. So that's always a fun one to have on occasion.
One thing I would always get is you're trying to it wouldn't be just nightmares, it was just regular dreams. Or it's like part of your house would be normal, but then like you go up a flight of stairs and like everything is different, but you still know where absolutely everything is.
I've never had that.
No?
That's
like,
interesting.
You'll walk around, like there will be pieces of real life scattered and part of this weird dream world that is not real, but you swear beyond any reasonable doubt that this is reality because there is pieces of your reality here.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
You guys never got that? I thought that was normal. Oh, jeez.
Nope.
I don't think I have.
You know what, though, guys? I think we're going to have to wrap it here. This one is easily 20 minutes longer than the last
at
couple.
least. Sorry.
We're not going to have time to get to this last question, so it'll be our first question next week. But do send us in some more questions. We do have a couple questions here that were sent in by Avalar ED, as we all mentioned. But feel free to send us in. You can tweet at us at CreatiCrew. You can join our Discord, which if you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be down below. If not, then just go to our Twitter and the link is there. Hook up with any of us from YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, and you'll find all of the links to get to the CreatiCrew stuff. Definitely join us. We have the podcast every 2 weeks. And I think that's it for this one. That was a long one, guys.
That was
a lot of fun.
Yeah. So on the comment of questions, clearly we can talk a lot about things. So
yes.
if you find us interesting at all to talk about, or to talk about stuff, please, like she said, send in more questions or offer more topics for things for us to talk about. I mean, clearly we like talking to each other, so...
We do. You can also send in roundtable topics. Those are topics where everybody can give in their own opinion, and if you're watching this on YouTube, or even if you're listening to it through a podcast stuff, tweet at us or comment down below with your answers to some of these questions, and your opinions on the roundtable, or even your opinions on the Comic-Con trailer here. We just want to hear some feedback, and we got to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Use the hashtag CreatiCrew Questions.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Good one. Starting to hear. Episode 4.
Yeah.
Do it.
Makes it easier for
right,
us to sort through any tweets and stuff that we get at us.
Yes. Well, thank you guys all for watching and or listening, depending on how you're doing this, and we will see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.